Welcome to the final part of Rocket Rabbit Commentary's playthrough of Separate Ways, Resident Evil 4 minigame on the Xbox 360. This, once again, is a recycled cutscene from before, except from Ada's perspective, although she should have no cognizance of what happens here because she's not present.
Power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
What is it with this game and force punches? Honestly.
Well, Sadler is, pretty much the prime Plogus.
Yes.
So he actually happens to have a lot of evolutionary advantages that none of the other Ploguses have.
Probably, but I was remarking more on how both Sadler and Wesker can do the force punch.
Wesker can do it because he's an incredibly well-trained military agent that no longer works for the military.
Well, no, I thought Wesker, he was like... Wesker, for anybody who's played Resident Evil 5, is a byproduct of Umbrella's experiments. He was genetically engineered with the T-virus to have enhanced human stamina, strength, and speed.
That's why he can do the force punch.
Sadler, on the other hand, is just a random grab bag of plot-convenient Las Plaga body parts that makes him all but invulnerable to bullets, and still very fast. Oh man, I did not know that Sadler was going to be a boss until I looked this up in a guide a very long time ago. I think around the same time I got the port on the PS2. This is a new enemy type, and is easily one of my favorite parts of Separate Ways, if only it wasn't so brief. Now, this first section, I'm gonna demonstrate something that everybody who fights Sadler the first time ought to know. He does this.
Okay, so you're not really allowed to use your TMP here.
You can't use your TMP or your handgun. If you hit him too many times with either one, he'll throw your bullets back at you. Mind you, they still damage him, but it's not worth the risk. You might as well use your other more powerful weapons. I decide to use the bowgun here, both to demonstrate how powerful it is, how powerful Sadler is, and that I really did not care to use the rifle at this part. You have the option of either using that automatic button prompt to do that, or shooting him in the face with the bowgun. Pay very close attention to the quick-time events. They will save your life during this boss fight.
Well, at least he's not a one-shot.
Oh, but he has one attack. If he hits you, and you only have you have less than a second to respawn, you're dead. And, okay, I'll just say this. I don't like bosses that can kill you with one shot. That was his one-shot attack, by the way. If that connected, I would have died. He would have forced my face into the ground and cracked my skull. But for some reason, it's more appropriate that Sadler has the one-shot kill attack that is only dodgeable if you hit the quick-time command. Because he's the final boss. He's the master. Now, of course he's going to have a cheap way of killing you. That's what makes it satisfying for you to beat him.
Okay, he should not have ended up behind you.
How did he get there?
You dodged his force punch. He should not have ended up behind you. You still should have collided with him because you rolled to the side on a narrow catwalk.
Well, yeah, but don't you know, Ada becomes completely incorporeal when she uses a QuickTime event. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed, that grabbing animation where I had to wriggle myself free and then stabbed Sadler, that actually damaged him for the kill. I did not know that you can actually damage bosses during sequences like that.
Well, yeah, honestly. Otherwise, Krauser would actually take much longer during Leon's campaign.
No, well, when Leon gets attacked by Krauser, and he gets a quick time prompt, the quick time prompt allows him to dodge. It does not allow you to damage Krauser. El Gigante and who else? Ordinary Ganados and El Gigante, on the other hand, you can damage them by using the escape quick time event prompt.
You know, the American prevailing is a cliche that only happens in your Hollywood movies.
This game makes a lot of references to storytelling and screenwriting in general, as though drawing attention to the writing in this game.
Hello, Charade. How are you today?
I'm good. I can see you're doing very well, Trap. Wow.
Seriously, he's Charade.
He might be Charade. He's some kind of shapeshifter with a ginormous dick.
And eyes.
And eyes, or eyeball, rather. You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. She just saw the rocket launcher from 100 feet away.
And she even knows what type of rocket launcher it is.
Well, I don't think it really matters at this point. I mean, they probably just gave that particular rocket launcher a new skin so that it feels unique. It functions exactly the same as the ordinary rocket launcher. And by the way, according to something I've heard, I have not confirmed it myself. If you take, because you can kill, in Leon's campaign, you can kill Sadler without using the rocket launcher. If you take the rocket launcher to proceed to the New Game Plus, and the first thing you do when you start up the new game is use the rocket launcher, it plays the ending cutscene.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. BSC commented on it. I'm not sure how accurate it is.
Yeah, it's just one of those. If anything, it just reveals how the rocket launcher was coded. It doesn't really have much significance. That rocket launcher, that special rocket launcher, does the same amount of damage as any other rocket launcher you can get, including the infinite launcher. But yeah, I just cheese passed this part because, well, this is the end of the game. As soon as I press X to give Leon the rocket launcher, that's it. Game over.
We don't even get to see Leon fumble around with it?
Oh, of course we get to see Leon fumble around with it. He picks it up. It's like, oh shit, we gotta pick shit up.
No, but it takes multiple hits to the rocket launcher in Leon's campaign to do this.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It takes multiple hits of the rocket launcher in Leon's campaign to do this.
Yes?
The bike pump!
But actually, by the time Ada gets to the rocket launcher, Leon was supposed to have done enough damage to prompt Ada to appear in the first place.
You do know what this is.
Okay, so you see why I don't think Ada has any feelings for Leon? She threatened to shoot him in the face. Again. A second time. You do not do that to people that you have, like, genuine affection for.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it. Ada! Here, catch.
And for some reason, they skipped the part where she pushes the button that starts the self-destruct sequence, which is appropriate for any Resident Evil game. Come to think of it, Resident Evil 5 didn't have a self-destruct sequence at the end of the game. This is a new cutscene, if only just an add-on. So, there's the sample, there's the sun, it is very tired, and I think the pilot might be a robot.
Well, the pilot's on the wrong side of the helicopter, for one.
Well, I mean, this game... I believe this game was produced in Japan.
More than likely.
Yeah, see, the first names that come up. Alright, so me, for the rest of this part, me and Gerdette are gonna read the credits and then watch one more cutscene. Yoshizumi Hori, good job on the art production. You're the man.
So, in comparison to Leon's campaign, how do you think Separate Ways holds up?
in comparison, it's basically the same game. I mean, it uses all the same mechanics. The only new enemy type that you see is the Saddler boss at the end. I'd say the only drawback is that it's really short. I had a lot of fun recording this for Rocket Rabbit. I had a lot of fun in the past, especially when I first played it. But overall, it's a valuable experience. I highly recommend it to anybody who can pick up either the Xbox 360 port, has a copy of the PS2 port, I don't know how you would at this point, or the Wii version.
Paul Mercier.
Paul Mercier, you the man.
And Sally Chahil.
Michael Goh, you are also the man. He actually does a lot of voices in Skyrim. Richard Waugh, I don't even know if you come back. I think they use a different actor in the next game. Kuniomi Matsushita, good job directing. You are also the man. Capcom, go fuck yourselves. Yeah, I guess I didn't play the entire credit sequence. Now, for this part, for some reason, they did not tack on the final Ada's PDA recording type thing.
Okay.
It doesn't link you directly to it. You actually have to go back through the menu to get to it. So after I save, it's gonna put up the video because I skipped in between getting to it. And here it is. This is the last part. Report number 5.
It wasn't easy, but I'd say the mission was a success. Getting my hands on the sample was my initial objective, after all. But I've sent Wesker a different present.
Oh!
Just as the organization ordered. Pretending to work with him was entertaining.
So,
Albert Wesker.
now at this point,
I wonder where he's headed next.
oh, I think we all know the answer to that question, Ada.
It's just been a taste of what he's got in store. To him,
So, this
Umbrella
all
represented power.
this all
He used
being
it to hide behind while he made plans of his own.
said,
Now
I
the
don't
Umbrella's
know
been
how Wesker got his hands on the Super Plaga in the next game.
With the sanctuary of their old Umbrella ruined, those in power struggle to erect a new one. They are aware of their own crookedness and deceit as they engage in their personal war of light and darkness. That's why Wesker will stop at nothing in opening his new umbrella.
Opening the umbrella.
The giant pharmaceutical
Well,
corporation is-
if Wesker's going to be the new CEO of Umbrella, we happen to have a lot of problems.
We know for certain
CEO of
Wesker
Umbrella?
has been in contact
You
with
mean
them following
the
Umbrella's
new
demise.
god of the new
There's no
world
doubt we'll
and
next
the
have
new
one here.
genetically modified human
The
species?
organization must remain vigilant.
I'll give Wesker this. He's a good administrator. At least he
But Wesker's
knows
not
what
stupid.
needs to be done.
He knows exactly what the organization is thinking. He and I still have time to continue our little game of cat and mouse before the next move is played.
I really hope Resident Evil
This
6
mission may
clears
be
up
over, but
who the
battle
organization is,
just
because
beginning.
after playing through this game and 5, I have no idea who the fuck she's talking about. This is the end of the Separate Ways playthrough on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. Thank you all for watching. This has been a blast to play through again, and I hope you all enjoyed as well.
And yay, we got the bike pump.
Yay!